Welcome back. This Keep the Change is a great one, especially as many students are graduating this weekend.
That's right. As we do every Friday, we have Dee Kerr of Total Retirements here with us. Dee, good morning to you. We are talking about a really important topic, I'm sure, that's on the mind of so many people out there, funding our college education. What are some ways those who are planning for a college education can meet that financial goal?
That's a great question, and it comes down to whether your college experience is just around the corner or you have years to plan and prepare for this experience. So if it's just around the corner, you're probably looking more at things like scholarships, grants, loans, even earned income. And that can be a real benefit, that pay as you go, because you'll probably graduate from college with less college debt than most. When it comes to scholarships and grants, well, scholarships are scholarships are awarded based on merit, where grants are more needs-based. And the great thing is, while these do not have to be paid back, they are going to require effort on the part of the student. First, you have to determine what is your opportunity, where can you go to get that grant or that scholarship. Make sure you complete the process, the application process, in the timely manner, so it requires effort. When it comes to loans, you want to be looking and make sure that you fill out that FAFSA, that federal form. You can find it online, and it can let you identify what federal loans could be available to you, as well as any financial aid that could be available to you. Some banks still offer personal loans or some educational loans, and perhaps you want to have an individual that's actually interested in funding your college experience.
Now, what about when the college expenses are just several years away? I know maybe if you have a middle schooler right now and you're already thinking down the road.
Right. So time is on your side, and you probably will want to look at various investment or educational plans, like the 529 or the Coverdell Savings Account. You know, both of these are intended to be used for qualified educational expenses and can possibly provide certain tax advantages when they're used as such. Your earnings can grow tax-free, your withdrawals for qualified educational expenses are tax-deferred. Now, both the Coverdell and the 529 are subject to, your contributions are subject to limitations. So the 529 has its own plan limitations, subject to the gift tax rules. With the Coverdell, those limits are quite a bit lower, $2,000 per year per beneficiary. So it could take you a while to hit your savings goal.
Now, there might be some of our viewers out there that think, well, that's not enough for me. Is there any plans that have no limits whatsoever? Well,
you could certainly consider a custodial plan, and those sometimes are called an UTMA or an UGBA. It's really a gift or a transfer to a minor. Now, you are subject to various tax rates. You do give up ownership of those contributions because you're making a gift or a transfer, and they're not necessarily in educational savings plans, but no limits. Now, if you want to simplify things, Chris, you could just make those payments directly to the college on behalf of the student. And if you can do that, now really what's it boils down to is, what is your timeline? What is your family's financial situation? Which really can determine the choices that you have available to you. But the earlier you start to prepare, the better prepared you'd be.
Yeah, I know my parents started the college fund way early on, when they actually knew that they were having kids. So I think that the earlier the better. So great tips. Thank you so much, Dee.
Great.
Thank you so much. And Dee will join us every Friday, of course, with the best financial advice here in Central Texas. That's what we think, at least. So we'll be right back with more Texas Today and a